So I was opening a few packs the other day and I said to myself, you know, I'm tossing and turning between whether or not I want to do this SBC Kante and Dele Alli. And I said, I tell you what, if I get a player over 100,000 coins, I would do it. And well, this happened. Got myself a little walkout. Spanish team of the tournament knockout stages, Thiago, which basically 90 rated, amazing looking item on the game is about 107,000 coins. So I just about went over the boundary of which I said, okay, fine, I'm just going to go ahead and pull the trigger and get myself the Player of the Year Kante. And that was what I was originally going to do, just Player of the Year Kante. But obviously you'll see in this video that I end up doing them both, because of course I get a bit addicted, and I love SBCs. Like, I really do enjoy doing them. I love to get the untradeable player at the end of it. I actually quite like having a bunch of really decent untradeable players in my club. It feels like more of a collection and stuff for me. So we submit an informed Kante. Of course, that's one of the most difficult parts, because it's like it kind of hurts to get rid of such an expensive player. Now, if you take a look at some of the players that are on the page right there, the informs, that's probably the next most expensive part of the challenge itself. And I'm not going to quickly like click on each and every single one of the players because the players are all so high rated and stuff. They're all ones that you're going to know the name of. You can pause the video at any point in time. When I was recording this, I was basically trying to get like the cheapest route possible, but if there was someone there that if I needed to buy an 88 rated player, but I already had a different 88 rated player in my club, then I would go ahead and do that. But these particular squads right here, where you need 100 chemistry, at the time of recording, that was about the cheapest possible version in order to complete the Chelsea or whatever it was. Now, Leicester, we move on in here, and well, there's a couple of players that I needed more like duplicates of, and those were the likes of, I think, Mustafi, Xhaka, and also Azpilicueta, because we'll use him in this particular squad building challenge right now, and there's also one towards the end of the challenge as well. So what you're getting with Kante is a ridiculous 92 rated. As you can see, I've already got their loans right there, and I hadn't used them, and I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to be that guy. I don't want to get the loans, I want to get the full versions, because everyone on Twitter was saying how incredibly amazing the players are. So I was like, okay, I'm going to invest in Kante. I use Kante a lot, so why not get like what is probably going to be his best version. I hope that the Player of the Year is the best version and the Team of the Season version is now lower rated, just because I feel like, you know, they've won an individual award, and I feel like being a part of the Team of the Season is like kind of like a group award. Should it be higher rated? I don't necessarily know, but as you can see, we've unlocked ourselves a PFA Player of the Year, N'Golo Kante, 92 rated. He's wearing a freaking suit or a tuxedo in his dynamic image, holding the trophy, and it looks amazing. He's nearly a member of Club 90, apart from only having 85 shooting. I know, right? Only 85 shooting. He looks absolutely insane, and apparently is one of the craziest players on this game, whereby you can notice a gigantic difference from any of his previous items. So it's now time for me to open my packs, and as you can see, my coin balance right now, I'm basically at 1.6 mil, and I started off after selling that Thiago at 2.2. So yeah, it cost me around 600,000 coins to complete, plus a few players from my club, obviously, because I think he's around 900k in total. So it seemed to me, because I already had like 300k's worth of the players in my club, it did seem to me like it was not as expensive as obviously you see the figures of like 900k and you're like, oh my god, that's crazy. But I already had some in the club, so it almost didn't feel as expensive. We get ourselves a walkout here in the reward packs, and it's a regular one. It's not a team of the tournament, and we get ourselves a German walkout, and I'm like, oh, okay, hello Philipp Lahm. And it turns out it's 89 rated Mesut Ozil, who I don't even know if I've packed him this year, and that's obviously quite a high rated player to get. Unfortunately for me, he's only like 25k or something like that. But of course, what we're doing by opening these reward packs is literally trying to claw back as many coins as possible. And you don't get as many reward packs as I've got right now. I'd been saving them for a little while for Team of the Season, but At this point in time, players like this Hernandez right now, any like rare player that's rated 79 or above, or any non-rare player that's rated 80 or above, is like worth coinage right now. And I feel like I was going to get more value for my money, more bang for my buck if I was to open my reward packs for all of like the marquee matchups and stuff that I've been saving for the past couple of weeks. I figured, you know what, just get them open and see what we can get. Try and claw back as many coins as possible from this Kante SBC and eventually the Dele Alli one, because originally I was not going to do these SBCs because yes, I do think they are exceptionally expensive. Probably a little bit too expensive in my opinion, especially because you do get an untradeable item at the end of it. I feel like Dele Alli being a 91 rated, I feel like that should have probably cost around 350 to 400,000 coins, and then Kante I feel like should be more what like Dele Alli's priced at, so somewhere around 600,000. But of course it is us out on the market that is dictating the price. But you know, you could say that, and you could also say, well, there's 8 challenges which are very expensive to complete for Kante. So as much as the market kind of dictates the price, there's always going to be like a minimum price because of like the requirements and stuff for 8 different challenges is always going to come up to at least a certain amount. So yeah, the night that this Kante came out, obviously it's been a few days now, but obviously I'm sure there'll be some of you out there that are still weighing up your decision of whether or not to get them or not. The night that this came out, I literally wasn't going to do the challenge. So I had invested that evening around 600,000 coins in players that, because we knew the PFA awards were on and EA Snapchat had said that they were going to do an SBC afterwards, me and a few of my friends were like, okay, we're going to invest a few 100,000 coins on players we think we might need. So I went and bought like an informed Kante. I bought, I don't know, like all sorts of informs, like Premier League high rated players that Kante has played for in the past, just some generally high rated informs and stuff. And I spent about 600k. And when it came out and I realised, oh my god, there's actually 8 challenges and I don't want to do this, because I had about 2 mil coins at the time, and at the time Kante was like 1.2 mil, Dele Alli was like 800k. It would have bankrupted me, and obviously I can't have that. I need to make videos and stuff like that. I can't just have no coins. So thought about it for a little bit and realised that night, you know what, I was just going to sell everything that I had invested, and I made like 250k. I sold a Kante, I bought him for like 199, sold him for like 370,000. So that's pretty good. I doubled my money on an informed Dele Alli as well, because there was a potential for that to be an SBC, and of course that eventually came around. And luckily for this Dele Alli challenge, for like the first 5 minutes, you could put a bronze Spurs player in the Dele Alli challenge himself, and it would complete it for you, and you didn't actually have to put in an informed version of Dele Alli or whatever the requirement was. So we got very lucky with that, and a couple of people from EA tweeted that it seems as though that little bug was the first real time any bug has slipped through the cracks there for SBCs, and for those people that managed to submit a non-rare bronze Spurs player during that time and to claim their 35k pack for it. Well done to you for spotting it, and enjoy your 35k pack. So that obviously made that challenge a bit cheaper for me, because I already had some non-rare bronze Spurs player that it meant that I didn't need to submit an informed Dele Alli, which is great. But all of the challenges you could have paused on, you can go back and pause any of them for Dele Alli's challenges there, because considering we were just having a little chat about the first challenge there. If you do want to see what was roughly the cheapest about a day ago, then those are the challenges that I completed, and I basically bought the informs that were supposed to be about the cheapest. All informs have a value right now of, well, at least like 20-25k, simply because of the team of the tournament like tradable SBC. Couple of days time, that might not be the case, because that will run out and informs might become discard price again. If that's the case, you might start to see this challenge really going down in price, and that would be great for you, because it makes it more and more affordable if you are thinking about getting him. So my idea and my goal here, after just, you know, biting the bullet and going for both of these players, was to open every single reward pack I had in my club, and then to claw back as many coins as possible. Hopefully we'll get a few players, and you know, we did. We got Mesut Ozil, we got like a Gaitan here, and a bunch of like 80 rated rare players and above. They're all sold for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 coins, depending on what rating and how rare they were. So that was alright. And I also then decided to go through my club itself and go through the leagues where I've already done, like the League SBC. So for example, what is it, like the Turkish League, the Scottish League, the I don't know, any of the other leagues like the Serie A, the French Liga, and all of that stuff. Any of the leagues that I've already done their SBC, if I randomly packed silvers in the past few months, I went and sold all of them as well, and I made back quite a lot of coins. At the moment, I'm on like 1.9 mil when I started at 2.2, so it's not cost me too much, really, and I've managed to claw a bunch of coins back. But this is how amazing both of these players look. 92 Kante is just unreal. 90 pace, like 5 out of the 6 stats are 90 plus. And then Dele Alli, I mean, he's 6'2", so he's not a small guy like Kante is. Dele Alli's 6'2" with 88 pace. He's also got 94 dribbling, 93 shooting, crazy passing and physical as well. And I have tested both of them out. I will be doing FUTWIZ reviews for both of them as well, and I can confirm that they are absolutely unreal. If those two particular SBCs are too expensive for you guys, don't forget, for the next couple of weeks there is also the loan versions of these players available as well, and I'm pretty sure the Kante SBC costs around 8k, Dele Alli SBC costs around 6k. For you to get a 5-game loan for each of these, maybe do that if you're tossing and turning between whether or not you want to do it or not, because you'll get a good idea, and you know, 5 games is enough for you guys to judge whether or not you think they're a great player. So go ahead and get the loans if you haven't done so already, and see what these players are all about. Don't feel left out, because of course there are loan versions available, even if you don't have a huge amount of coins and can't get the actual full versions. At least you can play with the other ones for 5 games. It gives everyone the chance to test these crazy players out. I'll probably be doing the same on my road to glory. But anyway, if you found this video useful, if you've paused on any of the squads to see roughly the cheapest versions, and you've, you know, gone ahead and completed it, found it useful, smash a thumbs up on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. I've got more road to glory coming for you tomorrow, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.